welcome back to Cockroach Time. It continues to be Cockroach Time. It will not stop being Cockroach Time until we do what the woman with the locket tells us to do. And last time we ended here on the fuse box. And I've been looking at this fuse box, trying to figure out what the puzzle is. And turns out it turns out that, okay, so you see how there are four numbers, four like clocks here. That first clock always stays the same. It always stays on 7. These other 3 clocks are controlled by these fuses. You press the fuse, and then the corresponding clock advances by 1. So what is the clue here to figure out what number you have to punch in to get the fuse to short out? Well, it turns out the clue is not here. It's not here on this screen. It's not anywhere near this screen. It turns out that there is a particular number that has been appearing every now and again as we've been playing the game. I'll give some examples. When we made the bad Mojo, it required 7, 6, 5, 8. We passed by these dominoes at some point that read 7, 6, 5, 8. We passed by some lottery tickets. You might notice some of the numbers 7, 6, 5, 8. Here's a bill, the final notice that Mr. Potato owes 706, 5, 8. I believe that it's a date, July 6, 1958, which is either the wedding date or the day that the wife died. I don't know which one it is. It's one of those. So that is the number. Now, why would entering that number short out the fuse? I don't know. But that's what we're doing. When we got the video from the mother, she said that it was something like we had to consult the muse, which I don't know if that's some kind of clue as to what the solution is. Okay, the second one is on 6. What's on the what's the third one on right now? It's on 8. Which way is it going? All right, it is going counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on 5. And now the last one. If I can get out of the web. Okay, there we go. The fuse has been blown. Now, I don't know if there is a more obvious clue in the game about this number. I have no idea. Is it really just noticing that there's been a 4-digit number that has been appearing here and there? Could that really be all there is? It seems like seems a bit obtuse, if that's really the only clue that you could get. course, what we now would have to do is make our way back. Okay, good. That cockroach is going that way. Showing us an example. Can I... No, actually, have we ever been up on the bed? Is there a reason to go up on here? I can hear the snoring sound of Mr. Potato. Bed to a cockroach, this bed is like a landscape. Well, he's out like a light, and one little cockroach is not gonna be able to wake him up. We could go across there. Could we go down the leg of this bed? It seemed like the other leg was going down onto the floor on the other side of the liquid. And if it was, maybe we could go down that leg in order to get to the drain. And if we can get to the drain, that means we can fast travel to the previous location. Down this? Oh, no, I can't. Not letting me go down from there. Okay. Alright. So you might remember, well, I mean, I can't say you might remember, because it's kind of hard to keep track of what we're doing and why in Bad Mojo. But we were in a room with our own body. And the exit we found to the room was like a vent, a grate, where like the air was coming out. And so we couldn't go in there because the air was blowing us away. But we got a video clip saying that's where we needed to go. And in the way that we're on the underside of the bed? No, we're on the top. So there's like a lot around to climb around, and that doesn't seem like there's a reason to do it. Okay, so the reason that we needed to blow out the fuse was to turn off the fan in the vent. So we can now approach that vent without getting blown away. Is the idea. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Now, of course, now, I mean, which one is the one that we want to go into? I don't know. So we're just going to have to guess until we find it. This is the bar. Where we made the Bad Mojo cocktail. This is the bathroom, where I believe we got a video clip that said that there's a smoldering cigarette on the urinal, and that we could use that to set off the fire alarm. But we do that after we get through this air vent that we're... Okay, here it is. This is it? Yeah, this is it. This is our room. So we're here, and then I think we fly on the moth? Oh, there's the moth. then let's see, it was up somewhere. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, it's turned off now. Okay, what awaits us on the other side of the grate?
Everything is relevant and nothing is real. Time now has meaning and the bell tolls for thee. The spark is ready and waiting. You barely have time to act. Remember all that you have seen. Recall all that you have heard. Flush your memory of tainted thoughts. Act decisively. That which smolders may awaken the dreamer. Run from the fire, but not the flames. The answer is family, not fortune and fame.
Oh, dramatic music. Alright, so bathroom, there's a cigarette on the urinal. This is not the bathroom. This is not the bathroom. This is the bathroom. Alright, where's that urinal? Can I go to the other side? No, okay. I guess I can't go to the other side of this grate. Oh yeah, we got a silverfish to tell us something when we walked on that. When we were in the bathroom the first time. Shot of something there. What is that? All right, broken mirror. There's a sink. You can see the paper towels to the next, right next to us. Do I just climb down from here, or is there a reason to be up here? There was a cockroach like climbing up this direction. I mean, clearly we're gonna be heading down to that cigarette. Is there any? No, I guess we can't go to the right of it, so maybe this is the only thing we're doing here. Burn it all down. All of it. Spread fast. that gas, I guess that's gonna ignite, and we should probably get back to our body before that happens, I suppose. Assuming that I can find the grate. Here is great. Bar. This is the first room. No, that's not what we want. It might be the kitchen. Well, this... Yeah, okay, this is the room we're in. Have to find where the aquarium was knocked off the desk. I don't remember if the moth would have to take us there or if it's on this side of the room. Moth is still there. To get down to the floor. Okay, that's where it was. This has to be the one. Yeah, there's the aquarium. It said we had to enter an orifice. Let's see, how do we reach an orifice? The mouth would be the no, I can't because there's liquid. There's nose? No. Liquid is blocking. Can we get onto the hand? Everything is surrounded with water. Is there any...
Remember this, brother. You'll want to return when you found your sweet mother on your final sojourn.
We did.
Then, enter an orifice, a cave near the door. You'll discover the Oedipus and rise from the floor.
So when it says a cave near the door, I assume it's talking about entering our own body. Okay, it's to lock it.
Didn't you smell the gas?
What the hell was that? Whoa! Hey! Where'd you get this?
That was my mother's.
My God. I gave that to her. Your mother's? My Angelina?
What are you talking about?
Look!
You're my father?
Yeah. I must be. I don't freaking believe it. I don't believe it either. But how else do we explain this?
I don't know. Let's get out of here. Eddie told me about my mom and about the night she died. He felt so bad that he gave me up without even thinking about it. He regretted that all these years. I felt kind of guilty about blowing up his bar, so I took him with me to Mexico. I bought him a little oceanside cantina in Belize, where he does pretty good with the tourists. Me? Well, I set up a little lab down here to study roaches in the rainforest. And Eddie and I get along just fine.
Aw, isn't that wonderful? Roger and Eddie reunited as father and son, going to live off of Roger's stolen money. The university will come looking for him, but they'll never find him. He's gone. Disappeared. That was a pretty risky, it's a pretty risky gambit by Mom, though. Mom's like, all right, so we're going to transform my son into a cockroach. And it would be very dangerous. It's very likely he's going to die, but hopefully he can go through this adventure and turn out a better person on the other end. And through this, be reunited with his estranged father, who also might die, because as part of this plan, we are going to blow up the bar. Possibly my old husband is going to die in that explosion. So this could end up with one or both of them dead, but hopefully it ends up with the two of them reuniting and living their best lives with the stolen university money. And that's what happened. We reunited these people. We did it. Thank you to these people for their things that they did. I just quickly scanning the names on here. One of the names is The Bone Room. Everyone wants to go to the Bone Room. That's where the nightlife is. I wonder if this is just going to stay on the screen. It's been there for kind of a while now. They didn't come up with like an original track for the credits. And oh, there we go. They're just using this music again. Kinda, you know, feels a little anticlimactic to to just not have, I don't know, a special music track for the credits. Well, I mean, I guess while we're here, we could look at the trailer and see how they advertise this game. It was unique, yes. I'll agree. It's unique. all those memories of this game that we just played. It sure was a video game. Well, not a video game, a computer game, I should say. Just a computer game about a terrible man who stole some money and turned into a cockroach so he could have a family reunion. A good thing for these two that the dead wife was overlooking them from beyond the grave and exercised her cockroach powers. I wonder if they knew about the cockroach powers when she was alive. Well, I mean, obviously Roger wouldn't. He wasn't even born yet. But did the husband know about the cockroach powers? Like, maybe those powers just continued to manifest after death, and this resulting in this touching tale of two people who needed each other, but they didn't even realize they needed each other. They thought they were just landlord and tenant, and until they realized they were actually father and son. And maybe it's time to enter a new chapter of their lives where they can live as a family, and the dead mom wife can look down on them from cockroach heaven and smile, knowing that they were reunited. I'm thinking about it. I'm still not really sure how turning into a cockroach helped Roger at all. He didn't really seem like a changed person at the end. And did he remember anything from the cockroach adventure? Like, he seemed a little bit surprised about the gas. And he didn't mention anything about turning into a cockroach. I'm not sure if he knew what happened. And you just seem like kind of the same guy at the end. It's just that he and his father are now happy because they have stolen money. And that's the lesson, I guess. That's the moral. If only we all could steal large sums of money from rich institutions and use them to live the lives we would like to live, then we would all be happier. And I guess that's true. I mean, I guess I can't say that's not true. It sounds right. It's just usually, you would get some sort of a moral lesson from the game, and we didn't really get that at all from this. Like, usually the way this kind of thing would go is that the protagonist would have some sort of moral failing that would be very specified before, like at the beginning of the story, before the main character goes through their ordeal. And then they go through the ordeal, and then the ordeal makes them realize, oh, what a fool I've been. I never realized just what a huge jackass I was this whole time, but now I know, now I realize, and if I survive this ordeal, I'll be a better person. And then they survive it, and then, at the end, then they become a better person and live a more moral life. Like a classic example of that kind of story is A Christmas Carol. Obviously Scrooge does not turn into a cockroach, but he goes through that kind of ordeal in the story where he's like a bad person at the beginning, and then something happens to him to make him a better person. I feel like if this was A Christmas Carol, then by the end, like when Scrooge wakes up in the morning at the end of the story, he'll be like, what happened? Is that gas? And then he runs out of his home, and his home explodes. And then that child is staring, and he says, "You there, what day is it?" And the child says, "It's Christmas Day." And Scrooge says about humbug, about it being Christmas. Look at my house. But that's fine because I have a lot of money and I can buy a new house. And then he laughs, and the child laughs, and Scrooge doesn't give the child any money because he's Scrooge, and then he can go off to live in Mexico with his money. He says, London is too cold this time of year. I need a warmer climate. It's off to Mexico with me. And then he goes to live there. And he doesn't remember anything that happened during that night where the ghosts visited him. I feel like that's kind of what Bad Mojo was like. There really was no hero's journey or anything, or any sort of personal improvement over the course of the adventure or by the end of the adventure. It's just sort of Mom wanted to turn, Roger into a cockroach, so he would eventually blow up the bar and get the father out of there, so the two of them would realize that they're related, and then they can go off and live with their stolen money. And I don't know why we did any of that. It's not... Mom's plan is a little unclear to me. I guess it worked, though. I guess it worked. Bad Mojo, a story about a bad person who has to undergo a terrible ordeal of being turned into a cockroach and going on an insect adventure, only for, in the end, to not have learned anything and not have improved as a human being. That's our story. That's the story. Hope you enjoyed Bad Mojo.